What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one, I'm going to be giving my post-game thoughts on Michigan's loss to TCU in the college football playoff semifinals. Going to be going over everything, what went wrong. We're also going to talk about everything that happened after the game with players and their post-game press conferences. Same with Jim Harbaugh. So with that being said, if you guys are new around here, make sure you guys go ahead, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe for more, and let's go ahead and get right into today's video. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Michigan loses 51-45 to TCU in the college football playoff semifinals. It was not the outcome we wanted. First of all, it was a very, very good game to watch. Both teams played their hearts out. Michigan never gave up. I mean, they were down by 18 twice in this game. They ended up losing by 6 with a chance to win it at the end there. But Michigan really just shot themselves in the foot. We had so many miscues and mistakes on both sides of the ball too. Michigan had one fumble loss. It was at the goal line, and also 2 pick sixes. TCU also had one fumble loss. Max Duggan threw 2 picks. However, they weren't pick sixes. Michigan, JJ McCarthy really hurt themselves with those 2 pick sixes, and ultimately that's really what won TCU this game. I mean, it was like a 28-point swing that happened because Michigan called a terrible 4th and goal trick play, so we missed 7 points there, and then also we fumbled at the goal line after they reversed Roman Wilson's obvious touchdown. I'm not even going to get into that because that was just a really crappy reversal by the referees. So there's 7 points right there, and then the 2 pick sixes, that's 28 points. But it wasn't even on the offensive side either. It was the defensive side too. So many missed tackles. One in particular, Michigan was down by 3. All the momentum on their side. Jesse Minter draws up a blitz play. There's nobody back in the secondary. DJ Turner has to make a tackle on Quentin Johnson, and he just couldn't make the tackle, couldn't wrap him up, and he went on to score a long touchdown run to put up TCU by 10 points. And I mean, that one really hurt. That would have been huge for Michigan to get the ball back, down by 3, a chance to go take the lead, especially with how the offense was playing. They're clicking very well. JJ McCarthy actually had a phenomenal game besides those 2 pick sixes that he had. Went for 20 for 34, 343 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Donovan Edwards in this one didn't really do too much in the second half. He had 23 carries, 119 yards. JJ McCarthy also had a rushing touchdown, and Roman Wilson actually had a phenomenal game too. He should have had a hat trick, but he had 2 touchdowns, should have had 3 touchdowns. But Ronnie Bell had a phenomenal game, 6 receptions, 135 yards, 1 touchdown. Roman Wilson had 5 receptions, 104 yards, 1 receiving touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. Luke Schoonmaker got hurt. He didn't go back in the game. Seemed to be a shoulder injury as he had ice on it. But you got to give it up to TCU, the players. They went out there, they made plays, and they came up with the W. You know, they got the job done. Quentin Johnson had 6 receptions, 163 yards, 1 touchdown. Max Duggan went 14 for 29, 225 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And TCU had more rushing yards in this game than Michigan. However, Michigan did have more total yards than them. Michigan had 528 total yards, TCU 488 total yards. Michigan had 342 passing yards, 186 rushing yards. TCU had 225 passing yards, 263 rushing yards. So again, this one, you know, it's going to sting for a while, especially for the players, the coaches, especially Jim Harbaugh. You know, you shot yourself in the foot so many times in this game. It just really sucks. I know a lot of people, you know, are going to blame the coaches, are going to blame the players, but you know what? Just can't even blame anybody but the whole team. I mean, you do have to give it up to them. They did not quit. A lot of Michigan fans thought this game was over at many times during this game, including myself, but this team kept fighting, and they had a chance to win it at the end there. They just fell up short, and yes, you know, the refs weren't that great in this one, but they weren't the reason we lost this game. It was simply our mistakes that we made that cost us this game, and that's really what won TCU this game. We gave this game away to them with how many mistakes we made. You know, players made mistakes, coaches made mistakes, everybody made mistakes, but you know what? They also stayed in there, fought until the very end. You know, this team will be back next year. They return a lot of players. JJ McCarthy, I know he's not going to take this easily. Same with Jim Harbaugh. They're going to come back next season, and they have a good chance of winning the Big Ten again and going back to the college football playoffs, this time trying to win it all. But with that, let me know in the comment section what you guys thought. Also, let's get a Go Blue going. You know, keep the positive vibes. What a season. 13-0 we went. And the season 13-1. Back-to-back Big Ten champs. Back-to-back beating Ohio State. So many great things this season. But with that, let's go ahead talk about what happened after the game. First off, JJ McCarthy, Donovan Edwards stayed on the field, watched TCU celebrate, kind of like what happened last year with Georgia. This time it was just JJ McCarthy and Donovan Edwards out there, and there was one picture of JJ McCarthy just sitting there by himself. Also, after the game in the post-game press conference, JJ McCarthy only answered the first question. He said, all credit TCU, they won the game. He also said that Michigan, you know, they fought their hearts out. He also said that we could have done better. He said he can't wait to watch the tape, and then he ended it by saying, but we'll be back, I promise you that. And then he walked out. And after the game, Jim Harbaugh also, in his post-game press conference, he said, one less big play by them, one more by us, one more opportunistic play by us, one less by them. And he said, really proud of the effort of the team. Great season that ends 1 week early. Pretty much saying that how close this game was, and if only a couple of those big plays, you know, didn't happen for TCU, and we had a couple more big plays going our way, but can't look back now, can't drag their heads on it. They got to just continue to get better. This team, you know, they'll be back next year. And Mike Sainristil also after the game in the post-game press conference with Donovan Edwards said that everyone who is returning to Michigan next season, you know, they're already ready to get back at it next season. And so yeah, Michigan loses 51-45. What a game. What an opportunity they had. Really sucks. It's probably one of the best years they could have done it and won the national championship, but can't go back now. Just gotta go on to next year. You know, this team, a lot of players coming back, and the schedule definitely is doable again for them next season, so looking forward to it already. But again, you know, let's keep some positive vibes in the comment section. You know, comment down below, Go Blue, and also show how thankful we are for this team. 143 this season. What an incredible season. Future is definitely bright. Michigan ends the season with a 6-point loss to TCU, ending it 13-1. But let's not forget what we accomplished this season. Back-to-back Big Ten champs. Beat Ohio State again. Back-to-back CFP appearances, and first time in program history going 13-0. Other than that, hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, leave a like, subscribe for more. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Happy New Year's, and Go Blue.